Rumors about assaults and masked men on campus are causing a lot of talk on social media. Hear an official statement from UM on how you can stay safe.
Montevallo's 18th annual Life Raft debate sent all the contestants into the water. We have a live interview with this year's Devil's Advocate, Scott Varagona.
Plus, could elephants be a key in finding a cure for cancer? See why doctors say yes in today's health headlines.
And how far is too far in scary decorations for Halloween? See how these displays have caused a stir in their communities. Falcon Weekly starts now. Hello and welcome to Falcon Weekly. I'm Austin Gates.
And I'm Kiera Hood. Thanks so much for joining us.
Topping our news this week, many students are expressing concern through social media about rumors of masked men chasing female students into dorms and the possibility of physical and sexual assault. The university released a statement through foreign broadcast email regarding the posts Monday afternoon. It says the UM Police Department takes these statements very seriously. UM Police used all measures and resources possible, including videotape review, to investigate these social media posts. At this time, police cannot validate any posts and have no victims have come forward or filed a report. The full statement is available on our Facebook page.
At times like these, it's important to remember campus safety tips. Safety of students and faculty is a #1 priority at Montevallo. UM Police would like to remind you of some safety tips. Keep your doors and windows secured at all times. Do not open the door for strangers. Avoid going out alone at night. After dark, you should always be in a group. Stay in well-lit areas and remember to report all criminal incidents to the City of Montevallo Police Department. For more information on how to stay safe, check out last week's special report interview with President Stewart and Chief Adams. The link is in our Facebook page.
In other campus news, last Thursday, the university celebrated its 119th Founders Day. The day is dedicated to celebrating the year that the University of Montevallo was founded. The event ceremony included the robing of seniors, the presentation of several awards, and keynote speaker Tim Lupinocci. Lupinocci is a Montevallo alum from the class of 1988 and spoke about the impact the school has had on his life and career as a lawyer. The day concluded with the 18th annual Life Raft debate that evening. And now joining us is the winner of this year's Life Raft debate, Scott Varagona. Thank you for joining us today.
No problem. Happy to be here.
All right, Dr. Varagona, this was your third time participating in the Life Raft debate and your second win. So tell us a little bit about your strategy for this year.
So it's a little different this time, obviously, because this time I was the Devil's Advocate, whose job is to convince everyone that all the panelists should drown. And 2 years ago, the last time I won, I had actually argued that the Devil's Advocate could not possibly be right. And so now, 2 years later, here I am the Devil's Advocate, so what can I say? And so I stressed how important self-reliance is, and even though all these professors can help prepare you for the future, ultimately some things in life you have to face on your own. And I think that the audience, they saw that idea resonated with them, and somehow I won.
Like you said, you won the debate 2 years ago as a panelist. Now, how was it different when being a panelist and being the Devil's Advocate?
Well, when you're a panelist, so 2 years ago I defended mathematics. When you're a panelist, you, of course, give your initial statement, but then you are open to the criticism, shall we say, of your fellow panelists. And they may say something against you, and you have to come up with something on the fly to reply. Your rebuttal, that's the hardest part of being in the Life Raft debate. But as Devil's Advocate, you're the last to go. You can say basically whatever you want. And so the devil's advocate has a big advantage over the other panelists in that sense. But historically, it's been very hard for the devil's advocate to win. I'm only the second one ever to win.
Oh, that's great.
So
traditionally, participants are invited back following their win. So can we expect to see you back next year?
Great question. There's not really a precedent in place for what to do when the devil's advocate wins. In a sense, when the devil's advocate wins, nobody wins. Everybody drowns. So I can't say we know for sure what's going to happen, but I love the life raft debate. So chances are next year I'll probably wind up being involved in some way. Yeah.
So if you return next year, would you rather be a panelist or the devil's advocate again?
I don't know. Being devil's advocate was an awful lot of fun. I must be honest. I think just you asking me right now, I would jump at the chance to be a devil's advocate again. But I'm also tempted to give someone else a chance too. So we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, being here with us today. Congratulations on your win.
One final thing, can you show us your oar?
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
The fabled oar.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Varagona. Midterms are here and it's a stressful time of the semester. If you need help with any of your classes, there is a place on campus to help you get ahead. Falcon Weekly's Ebony Sims has more.
Right here on campus, on the bottom floor of the library, there's a service being offered that some students may not know about. Free tutoring. Since 2009, the Learning Enrichment Center has been open to students of the University of Montevallo, offering free tutoring in many different subjects. According to the director, Randy Tubbs, the center has really grown since it first opened.
We had 9 tutors originally. Now we have about 35 tutors, and we tutor anything from your general education courses to some upper level courses as well, helping students succeed and helping them become the successful students they want to be.
For many students, peer tutoring seems to be successful.
But I've had a couple of students say they learned more with me than they did in the classroom.
Our peer tutors are really essentially role models. So it's nice to have someone on their level that's been through it, that's done it, and knows how it feels. I think students really accept that, and they look forward to seeing those peer tutors.
To sign up for tutoring, you can go online or come to the Learning and Enrichment Center and sign up at this kiosk. Ms. Tubbs encourages students to use the services offered at the Learning and Enrichment Center.
If you need help with your math class or your English class or your history class, whatever it may be, ask for the help that you need and get the help you need so you can be a successful student here at Montevallo.
Reporting for Falcon Weekly, I'm Ebony Sims.
The Learning Enrichment Center is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but you can sign up for tutoring outside of these hours.
The Department of Communication and the UM chapter of the National Broadcast Society are hosting a Back to the Future Marathon. October 21st, 2015 is the date that Doc Brown and Marty McFly traveled in Back to the Future 2. People are calling that day Future Day. All 3 movies will be shown that night, starting at 5 p.m. in the Mascom Building, room 104. NBS will also host a bake sale that night to raise funds for their trip to their national convention in Los Angeles. The University of Montevallo's theater department is preparing for their production of the Rocky Horror Show. Falcon Weekly's Clark Stackhouse shows us how the students are breaking a sweat before they break a leg.
With UM Theater's production of the Rocky Horror Show opening in a month, the cast is working hard to get in shape. Director Marcus Lane says he's doing the workouts because the nature of the show requires the cast to be attractive.
They have to be attractive. That doesn't mean beautiful, that doesn't mean gorgeous or anything like that. It just means that really as you're working through it, that we can understand why someone would find them attractive.
Every night, the cast begins their rehearsals with a 30-minute workout, and after just a few weeks are starting to see the results.
My stamina is up a lot more from where it was, and I can really see that across the cast. You know, we're not breathing heavy as much like when we'll go through a whole song.
Fitness instructor Jen Lane says the workouts are designed to be intense to see faster results.
I mean, if you come here and you do this workout every night, you've had your workout for the day.
And that doesn't always take a lot of time.
In just 30 minutes or even 20 minutes sometimes, you can really get a great workout.
The Rocky cast is working hard and sweating harder by doing a plank for 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Doing the workouts during rehearsal has helped the cast stay motivated to get fit.
You have your cast around you and your friends who are supporting you, and you're all doing it together.
The goal is not to change body shape, but create a cast that is in shape and healthy for both the production and their future career.
I think it's strength, conditioning, getting in shape, getting in touch with who you are physically as a person, and really getting you prepared to go out into the world and be marketable.
The Rocky Horror Cast is improving their marketability, stamina, and getting stronger every day. Reporting for Falcon Weekly, I'm Clark Stackhouse.
The Rocky Horror Show opens November 11th and runs until the 15th in Reynolds Theater. Tickets will go on sale a week before the show.
In national headlines, students and teachers returned to school this morning at Umpqua Community College, nearly a week and a half after a gunman shot and killed 9 people and injured 9 others.
Volunteers and comfort dogs were on campus to provide support to the students and the staff on this difficult day. The school is currently not allowing media outlets on the grounds to allow for a sense of privacy at this time.
In a disturbing trend, 2 other school shootings have happened since the incident in Oregon. On Friday morning, freshman Stephen Jones opened fire at Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. 1 student died and 3 others were injured. Delta Chi fraternity says all of the victims were members of the university's chapter and that the shooter was a pledge. The fraternity has suspended their Northern Arizona University chapter until the investigation into the incident is finished. Jones is currently in police custody. Also, on Friday, 1 person was shot and killed and another was injured at an apartment complex that is part of Texas Southern University. Houston police say they have a suspect in custody and believe the shooting may have been started by an argument. Texas Southern University campus was placed on lockdown and police looked for the gunman, and then classes were canceled for the remainder of that Friday.
4 University of South Carolina upstate students are dead after a car wreck Sunday morning. A 5th student survived. The Spartansburg coroner called it a horrific crash. Investigators say the car smashed into a tree just before 2 a.m. The victims' names have been released. One was a Birmingham local, Mills Spruill. He was at USC Upstate on a soccer scholarship. This past Saturday, crowds gathered in Washington to commemorate the 20-year anniversary of the Million Man March.
The Nation of Islam minister Louis Farrakhan called for the original march as a day of healing for the Black community in 1995. Farrakhan's theme of quote for this year's celebration was justice or else. The event called for justice for veterans, women, Native Americans, and the Palestinian community in areas such as education and health.
A call for change in Mississippi. 200 people marched to the Mississippi State Capitol yesterday, showing support for legislation that could remove the Confederate flag from the state's official flag. The group, Flag for All Mississippians, supports Mississippi Initiative Number 55, an amendment to the state constitution to remove the Confederate battle emblem from the state flag. Supporters hope that removing the emblem will improve relations in the state.
It's not about letting go of your Southern history. It's not about that. It's about having a flag so that people can look at it and all feel proud of and not feel any sense of fear or shame.
The group is working to gather 100,000 signatures to place an amendment to change the flag to an upcoming ballot. The Republican Party still has no clear nominee for the Speaker of the House.
But many are hopeful that Representative Paul Ryan will take the position. The former vice presidential candidate maintains that he will not run though he has later stated he will be discussing the possibility with his family. Friends say Ryan will only take the job if he gains support from all 247 GOP House members. Republicans expect Paul Ryan to make an announcement next week on whether or not he will run for Speaker of the House.
In 2016 election news, it's almost time for the Democratic candidates to debate. As you can see in this video, final preparations to the debate stage are still being made. The debate will feature Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders going head-to-head. The other three candidates, Martin O'Malley, Lincoln Chafee, and Jim Webb, will also take part. The Democratic debate will be held on Tuesday night on CNN at 7:30.
Remember, there's more news online 24/7. Just search for Falcon Weekly on Facebook and Twitter to see more stories and news updates throughout the week. Coming up, pumpkins are in short supply this year. Find out why, and we'll take a look at how much you can expect to spend on Halloween this year.
Plus, a car made out of cardboard. See how Lexus made this unique car that is actually drivable.
And Kanye's already running for president, and now he wants to be your American Idol. Those stories and more when Falcon Weekly returns.
Between class, work, and everything else on your plate, there isn't a whole lot of time to watch the news.
And that's why here at Falcon Weekly, we focus on the stories that you need to hear.
So once a week, tune in for the news that impacts your life and matters to you.
From campus events to entertainment and health updates to the latest national and world news, Falcon Weekly is your one-stop shop for information.
And you can always find information from us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Falcon Weekly. Find your news here.
In today's health headlines, clues leading to a cure for cancer in humans may come from an unlikely source: elephants. New research is out this week from a study looking at why elephants rarely get cancer. Scientists at Arizona State University and the University of Utah say massive mammals have a cancer rate 1/5 of humans. Elephants have at least 40 extra genes that stop tumors long before they form. The special genes detect damaged cells and repair or kill them. Humans have only 2 genes of that type. Researchers say that the discovery could lead to a more effective cancer treatment in humans.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. To mark the occasion, the White House tweeted, 1 in 8 women in America develop breast cancer. We lit the White House pink in their honor. This beautiful shade of pink honors the millions of families who have battled the disease and feel its impact every day. According to Health and Human Services, breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death for women in the U.S. after lung cancer. But when breast cancer is caught early and treated, survival rates can be near 100%.
The falling temperatures are a great start for this chilly month, but watery eyes and congestion are not.
For allergy sufferers, it can be a bust. There are some easier ways to soften the blow. Adam McCoy has today's Health Minute.
My eyes start to water and my nose just starts to get really stuffy.
That's a common complaint. Allergy symptoms of sneezing, runny nose, congestion, coughing, watery eyes, loss of taste and smell, and fatigue may mimic a cold, but there are 2 key characteristics that may signal you actually have an allergy.
Usually don't get as much itching with a cold, but itching is kind of a sign of allergies. But with colds, usually it's over 5 to 7 days. Allergies can last a lot longer.
And while you may be tempted to gut it out in the hopes that symptoms will improve on their own, it may be better not to wait to seek treatment. Medications like antihistamines and allergy shots will help relieve symptoms, but avoiding allergens may be your best defense. Start by limiting your time outside. Plan outdoor activities when pollen levels are low, usually during rainy, cloudy, and windless days. But if you're unable to avoid the outdoors, take steps to keep your home pollen-free.
We suggest people wash their hair before they go to sleep, take their shoes off, keep their windows closed, use their air conditioning, wash their pets. You know, things that are just practical suggestions for keeping the pollen out of the house as much as you can.
For Health Minute, I'm Adam McCoy.
Singer Selena Gomez says she has lupus. The 23-year-old performing artist told Billboard magazine that she's been through chemotherapy, which is why she's been away from the spotlight. Lupus is an autoimmune disease that affects about 1.5 million Americans. It causes someone's immune system to attack healthy tissue instead of fighting bacteria and viruses. Despite her health problems, the magazine says Gomez has a new album coming out entitled Revival. And now to our consumer headlines.
Falcon Weekly's Laura Poitras joins us with a look at how Halloween can hit you in the wallet. Laura?
Thanks, guys. Some sad news for pumpkin lovers. Americans could face a pumpkin shortage. The U.S. pumpkin harvest concluded much earlier than normal this year, and pumpkin crops were down by about half compared to last year. Libby's, which controls much of the canned pumpkin market, says it will likely have enough supply to make it through Thanksgiving. But when stores sell out, they'll likely stay out until next year's harvest. The shortage shouldn't hurt the supply of Halloween jack-o'-lanterns. That's because Halloween pumpkins are different from those used for food. For retailers, Halloween is more than just candy and costumes. The spooky holiday is final stop before a crucial Christmas shopping season. The holiday will ring up billions of dollars in sales, but the retailers hope certain trend lines will look more sweet than spooky. Karen Kafa has today's Consumer Watch.
Each August, Lorenzo Caltagirone turns his Arlington, Virginia store from total party to total fright, masquerading as a Halloween headquarters for the season.
People actually start buying costumes as early as September. And as far as decor, people spend a lot of money on decor, and now's the time, beginning of October, late September, where people spend a lot of money.
Candy, skeletons, pumpkins, and costumes may seem frivolous.
Are you gonna be able to walk in there?
Yeah.
But small stores like Total Fright and the big box retailers take Halloween seriously.
We know that 4 in 10 Americans say that they begin holiday shopping before Halloween. So for retailers, this is an extremely important time of year to get the attention of both Halloween shoppers and those early bird holiday shoppers.
The National Retail Federation estimates Americans celebrating Halloween will spend an average of $74, adding up to $6.9 billion overall, including $2.1 billion on candy and $2.5 billion on costumes.
All right, your total is $42.35.
That's actually a drop from last year when spending was expected to reach $7.4 billion. At this Walmart store in Maryland, manager Tashika Adams says consumers are coming in prepared.
Most of our customers have did their research online, so they know what they want when they come into our stores.
Consumers waiting for last-minute deals will probably find the basics.
Most party costume shops will be fully stocked. Make sure we don't run out of blood, which is like the #1 seller. Make sure we don't run out of witches' hats. Things like that.
But the season's hottest costume trends like Minions, Princesses, and Star Wars for the kids, and Politicos and superheroes for adults may move quickly, so last-minute shoppers may not find the best selection. For Consumer Watch, I'm Karen Kafa.
On this week's Buzz, Halloween decorations are stirring up controversy in some neighborhoods. Candace Crutchfield has more details. Candace?
Thank you, Kiera. And how real is too real for Halloween decorations? Location and subjectivity may be key. First, elementary children attending a school in Ohio are more than a little frightened over a gruesomely realistic Halloween display. This creepy creation is located less than a block from an elementary school in Ohio. The homeowner says she had not gotten any complaints and that she was not intended to scare kids. She said she has a 2-year-old and a special needs child of her own, but several neighbors are complaining on social media. And take a look at this gory depiction of President Obama as a Muslim alongside a hanged U.S. soldier is on display in New Jersey. The homeowner says the display is pro-American. He says the Halloween decorations is against the ISIS war. The military family next door isn't happy, but the homeowner says he's not taking it down. In fact, he's going to put up more decorations as Halloween gets closer. So what do y'all think about these decorations?
Well, no, go ahead.
Pretty terrifying, actually. The people hanging in the front yard, that looks pretty realistic to me. I would be afraid, personally, if I was driving by and I saw some body hanging from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, this is a holiday. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be creepy, but that is almost, how horrific these scenes are in these people's front yards. It's pretty rough.
That's terrifying. I don't think I would want my kids to see something like that if they were going to school, walking past that yard. That's really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kids have probably never seen anything that scary. It's beginning to sound a lot like Christmas on 2 Birmingham radio stations. 100.1 FM and sister station 1320 is playing Christmas music. Last year, the Christmas music started airing 2 weeks before Halloween, and this year it started a month before. What do you guys think about playing Christmas music that early?
I love Christmas music.
I love Christmas music, but I'm not a big fan of it before Thanksgiving. To me, you're skipping a holiday.
Exactly.
I like to eat on Thanksgiving. I like to enjoy my Thanksgiving. I don't want to hear Christmas music before Thanksgiving. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, play all the Christmas music you want, though. But
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it before Thanksgiving.
Well, I listen to it year-round.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I listen to it while I'm decorating after Thanksgiving, as I'm decorating for Christmas. That's when I turn it on.
All right. And will Kanye West be the next American Idol? Kanye West showed up for a surprise audition and sang his hit song Gold Digger. These pictures of his audition went viral on the Instagram. He hopes to be this year's American Idol. The judges gave him a golden ticket for the next round. So what do you think about Kanye auditioning?
I don't take Kanye West seriously at all.
I think that's...
more power to him. If he wants to audition, I haven't watched American Idol in a long time, so it doesn't really affect my opinion of him or anything. But hey,
no, I don't like him.
If he wants to, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there who really put a lot of sweat, blood, and tears into American Idol just to make it big, like Kanye, and he's already made it big, and so it's kind of stealing someone's chance.
Exactly, that's how I feel about it.
I can understand that.
And he's had so much bad press with all the other things he's done. I feel like this is kind of a notch against him, whereas he's been trying to rebuild his name. So
I don't think you like him either, Candace. You called him Cayenne. I heard you say Cayenne with it.
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't even pronounce his name right. He means nothing to me. But yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Kanye. All right, so in other stories, if you think cars are lighter nowadays, check out this Lexus made completely out of cardboard. It was displayed in Britain at a home innovation show. 1,700 sheets of cardboard pieced together to make this sedan. And it works including the engine, the steering wheel, doors, headlights, and wheels. Lexus says the cardboard car is drivable. So what do y'all think about this cardboard vehicle?
It's really cool. Obviously you're probably not going to drive it on the road, but that's awesome. You can make something like that out of cardboard.
I agree.
It looks good.
I want one.
I don't know about that.
For Christmas. So.
What if it rains, though? Is it going to dissolve?
I would just ride it around my house.
Oh, that is true. If it rains.
Yeah, it could have. I guess it would just kind of melt.
There
you go.
Duct tape fixes everything. So go ahead. Yeah. Now it's time for us to check on our Montevallo forecast.
Falcon Weekly's Brittany Williams joins us with a look at this week's weather.
Thanks, guys. As you can see, we're kicking it old school here. The Chrome Key's out of commission today. But in other news, it's been a beautiful day. There's been quite a bit of sunshine, and it's a lot warmer than yesterday. Temperatures will be in the low 60s tonight, and it's going to be partly cloudy with increasing clouds with showers developing around midnight. Looking into tomorrow's temperatures, we'll be in the upper 70s to low 80s with rain south of Montevallo. It looks like there will be plenty of sunshine this week as temperatures remain in the upper 70s, and it's going to be a bit cooler tonight throughout the week with lows in the upper 40s to low 50s. Looking towards the weekend, temperatures will decrease as the cold front moves in, So Saturday's high will be 72 and a low of 47, with Sunday's high of 71 and a low of 47. Back to you.
Coming up on Falcon Weekly, check out which sports teams cracked the top 25 spot in their sport.
Plus, see which member of the men's cross-country team earned Runner of the Week for the Peach Belt Conference.
Stay tuned, sports is next.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Welcome back to Falcon Weekly. I'm Matt Haskins with a look at this week's sports. It was a tough weekend for the Montevallo men and women's soccer teams. Both teams were held scoreless on the weekend as they clashed with Flagler on the road in St. Augustine. The men's team lost a close match 1-0 with limited scoring opportunities for both teams. The women's team lost 2-0 in a hard-fought match which makes them 1-8-2 on the year and looking to right the ship as the season heats up. The volleyball team hit the road this weekend with matches against conference leader Armstrong State University on Friday and Flagler University on Saturday. The Falcons fell at Armstrong 3-1. However, with their win in the third set, the Falcons claimed just their 4th victory in a set on the road against the Pirates since joining the Peach Belt in 2009. It took 5 sets to determine the outcome against Flagler, as the Falcons fell just short, losing 2-3. The Falcons wrap up a 3-game road trip with a clash with Columbus State on Tuesday. The women's cross-country team earned its highest ranking in program history with a number 20 ranking in the latest NCAA Division II poll released last Wednesday. Sophomore Michael Johnson from the men's cross-country team was named the Peach Belt Conference Runner of the Week last Wednesday for his time of 26 minutes and 35 seconds at the Chili Pepper Classic, which marked the 12th fastest 8K time recorded in the Peach Belt Conference this season. Both men and women's teams return to action this Friday at the Crimson Classic, hosted by the University of Alabama. The men's golf team came in 8th place out of 17 teams at the University of North Georgia Fall Invitational last Wednesday. As a team, the Falcons finished with the tournament with a 7-over while shooting their best round the final day with a score of 1 under par. The Falcons will be back on the course at the West Georgia Invitational on October 26th and 27th. The U of A's clashed in Tuscaloosa this weekend for an SEC matchup between the trenches. Alabama struggled early but came out on top with a 27-14 win to move their record to 5-1 and 2-1 in conference play to stay alive in the college football playoff discussion. The Tide returned to action this Saturday when they traveled to College Station to face the Texas A&M Aggies in a top 10 matchup. Due to the flooding in South Carolina, their game was moved to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, with South Carolina being the home team. LSU made many incredible gestures to South Carolina and made them feel as much at home as possible. The LSU band played South Carolina fight songs, their alma mater, and the crowd gave the Gamecocks a standing ovation before the game. LSU ended up winning the game 45-24 and staying undefeated.
A bar on the Lower East Side of New York City is taking fandom to new heights. Stay Classy, New York is a Will Ferrell-themed bar with everything from the decoration to drink being focused on the famous comedic actor. The bar's variety of mixed drinks have unique names like Milk Was a Bad Choice and Glass Case of Emotion. The two owners have described it as a love letter to the cinematic works of Ferrell. Will Ferrell has no official association with the bar. That's all the time we have for this week's show. Thank you so much for joining us.
For more UM news from MassCom student reporters, be sure to check out Falcon News Network blog. The web address is on your screen. We'll see you again next week. You stay classy, Montevallo.